Good morning, Sports Biz. Zach logs in with you again this morning on a cold morning in Norman, Oklahoma. However, I'm not going to complain because I know that while it's 30 degrees here, some of you are battling much colder temperatures, so it's actually, by comparison, quite warm. In a good mood this morning. I'm very excited. We have a new client coming to town today. This is the time of year where Old Hat does quite a few what we call discovery sessions for new clients or existing clients for their strategic planning for the upcoming year. And today we have a very unique and new situation for us, a new client coming to town, spending the day with us, and we're going to spend the day in the conference room learning anything and everything we can about them. This is an app, actually, something new for us. We usually work with sports organizations. This is a sports app, though, called Game On. It's a really cool deal. You should check it out. But we'll be their agency of record and helping them build their startup and hopefully get lots of users and lots of engagement. But today I'm talking about our discovery sessions because I have 4 tips and tricks for making your time in the boardroom more engaging for your participants, whether it's a new client coming in, whether it's a staff meeting, a staff retreat, whatever it is. If you got a group of people that you want to spend in the conference room all day, a few little tips and tricks to make them not want to jump out a window because they're so bored. Number 1, always do an icebreaker. One that I really like, that I've learned from colleagues over the years, is to do have everybody have a nameplate so you can remember their names, especially if there are a lot of new people, if it's like a new client or something, and spend 5 minutes or so giving everybody an opportunity to draw on the back of that. Draw something that pertains to them, their lives, the things that are most important to them, and then go around the room and everybody talks about what it is they've drawn. It disarms people. It allows them to feel comfortable and talk about something that is important to them, and it allows you to learn about those people. So that's number 1. Number 2, always have snacks. The worst thing can happen is it's 30 minutes to lunchtime. People are hungry. People disengage. They stop paying attention because they're hungry. So having snacks, having whether it's little bags of popcorn or fruit snacks or crackers or chips or whatever it is, have snacks, have drinks, etc. Number 3, have something to play with. Another thing you see all the time, people they're just folding their arms, sitting back, and it causes, if you don't have something to kind of fidget with and play with, you disengage. And science and studies have shown that if you do have something, you can mess around with, whether it's a pen that you're clicking. Those are annoying, so don't provide those. But I find myself doing that in meetings all the time as I'm clicking a pen or whatever. So provide quiet, little toys, whether it's a squishy ball or a little fidget spinner or whatever it is, for people to mess around with during the session, so they don't get bored, and it allows them to focus on what you're doing because they're not just kind of sitting here wondering what to do with their hands. And then number 4 is something people may disagree with this. This is something personally that I like to do. I do not like to provide the participants with too specific of an agenda. And the reason I don't, let's say we have a new client coming to town today. If I tell him, give him a days of events and everything we're going to be doing and everything we're going to be talking about, immediately he's reading down the list, or she's reading down the list thinking, okay, here's what I want to say here. And then he's like, okay, why aren't we talking about this? Well, they forgot to put this on the agenda. I wonder if we're ever going to talk about that. And all day he or she they're wondering about wondering about when we're going to get to what it is they want to talk about, wondering about when it is or if it is we're ever going to get to the thing they're worried that we're not going to cover. It just takes them out of the game. So You may give them a very rough agenda for the day's events, but if you just keep them kind of on the edge of their seats, I guess, for lack of a better term, of what's next, they stay more engaged, and they spend the day looking forward to what's coming, versus wondering, why this is on the list, or thinking about their responses to things that'll be brought up later. So those are my 4 tips and tricks. Again, thank you for joining me, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.